Hey friend, in this video, I want to share with you only the two things you need to do in order to get promoted to an AE in under 12 months. My name's Ian Agard, and who am I to be able to share with you this wisdom? Why should you trust me? Well, I've worked in tech sales for over 7 years. I work as a BDR, work as a senior BDR, work as an AE and a senior AE. And the strategies I'm going to share with you today, I actually used to go from a BDR to an AE in actually it was 14 months for me. But if you follow my strategy, it's easily doable in under 12 months. So basically, the first thing that you need to do in order to go from and I'm assuming you're a BDR or an SDR to get this level from AE to get to an AE within under 12 months, is the first thing to do is make it a goal. Write it down. Now, I'm going to show you the exact goal I wrote down when I was a BDR and it got me to AE. I wrote down I'm earning at least at the time that was a big goal for me, 130,000 per year, working as a remote account executive in SaaS by the end of 2029. I think I wrote that goal. It was 2029. It was maybe March or April, and by the end of that year, I was an AE. I got promoted to an AE. And at the time, I was making like 55,000 a year, so I double my income was amazing. But my point is that the first thing to do is you need to write it down as a goal with a deadline, so that your subconscious mind can start working towards it. You can start working towards it. When you set a goal, all of a sudden you start optimizing your life to get to that goal. But without a goal, it becomes like, yeah, one day I'd like to become an AE. I'd love to become an AE, but once you put a deadline to it, everything changes. That's the first thing you need to do. And the second thing you need to do, and write it down. Write it down, or at the very least, put it in a Google Doc. And the second thing you need to do to become promoted to an AE under 12 months is to start becoming friends with other AEs. Now, this is another thing it's crucial, and that I didn't do. I did sparingly, but I realize now if I had did that earlier, I probably would have got there faster. Because what happens is that there's something called the law of association. It's very, very powerful. And basically what it means is this. It means that you and I, we become like the people we spend the most time with. And to sum it up, Jim Rohn said it best. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Even the Bible talks about that. I'm a Christian, so I read the Bible every day. And the Bible says, walk with wise and become wise. For a companion of fools suffers harm. Proverbs 13:20. See, the reality is that, when we hang with we're always being influenced. Nothing is neutral. The people you hang with have a positive influence on you or a negative influence on you. Now, there's varying degrees of it, right? It's not always 100% positive, 100% negative. It can be very slightly, but nothing's neutral. See, with the law of association, as a BDR, if you start hanging with AEs, you're going to start adopting. Your habits will change. Your mindset will change. Your values will change. Even your ambition will start to mirror the people you start hanging with. And the reality is, when you start hanging with those reps who are earning more money, talking about different things, reading different books, it'll start you thinking differently. And if you consistently hang around with ambitious, disciplined, growth-minded AEs, the key is not the complainers, the whiners, the top AEs. Start thinking like them, acting like them, and you just by nature start getting the results they do. But on the flip side, if you surround yourself with people who make excuses, who have responsibility, who sell for less, they will quietly drag you down. That's the key thing. So one tip I would say to you that I would do is that in your company right now, who is the top AE in your company? Or the top 1, 2, or 3 AEs in your company? It's not the number one, but it's the top 1 or 2 or 3 AEs in your company. I reach out to them. I send them a Slack message and say, hey, listen, I respect you. I'm watching your, if you're not close to them. If you're close to them, maybe you don't make it so, formal. But anyways, the point is that say whatever you want to say to be able to get them a call with them. 15-minute calls. And I love this, see what you're doing differently that makes you successful. People would love that because rarely people do it. And just listen to them and ask them, ask them the question that if you were I and you want to become an AE, what were the 2 or 3 things that you would do to level up? And they're going to give you their blueprint for how they became successful. What you can do is take that blueprint and execute on it. When I was in a company, I won't talk the company, but I was my first BDR role. When I first got started, I went and found the top AE in the company and I asked them, "Hey man, how did you become successful? What's the one tip you should give me?" And he goes, "Oh, if you make 100 cold calls a day, and that alone will be successful because you're gonna have enough conversations, enough pipeline, enough generation to know the product through conversations, to have a wide enough net to bring in leads, and that's allow you to hit your numbers every single month to get to the next level." And I didn't take his advice. I was a fool. I didn't listen to him. But now I've learned that the key, that's why it took me so long. But you're different than me. You're watching this video. The key is find the top rep in your company. Ask him or her for the recipe. And then once you get the recipe, follow the recipe. Don't change it. Just it's like following a recipe. 2 cups of sugar, a little water, some salt, some cumin, some peppers. Follow the recipe, and then you too will also become an AE. This is it. I'm telling you, there's a lot of things you can do, a lot of books you can read, but if you do just 2 things, set a goal for yourself. Write down a piece of paper, at the very least, a Google Doc with a deadline. Number 2, hang around with other AEs, make them your friends. And then with those 2 combined, you will go from BDR or SDR to AE in under 12 months, I guarantee you. Hope this blesses you. Take care. And thanks for watching this video.